Hello there, Vic Benedict here. We're playing God of War 1 on God difficulty, and this is my guide and walkthrough. We're currently on part 19, the Challenge of Atlas. So we have the Artemis Blade, and if we would like to use it, we can at any time simply by unsheathing it with L1 and R1. I don't think I'm going to be using the Artemis Blade in this room. Since we just got it, I have no desire to just show it off just for the sake of showing it off. There are going to be specific instances where I use it, but I don't care. I don't care much for the Artemis Blade. I like it. I'm glad it's there. I just find that I can do a lot more effective combat with just the blades. So I tend to just stick to whatever works the best for me personally. And it should be noted though that when you roll into this room, a gate lowers from behind you and it will seal you off into this area. So at no point can you come back and go back and save your progress. However, if you would like a checkpoint at any time, do you see where the broken stairs are to the right in front of me right now? If you jump up there and go up a ways near to where the chest is, you will get a checkpoint. So you have a very loose checkpointing system in this particular area, and wherever you choose to take advantage of it during the course of the fight, you can. So if, for instance, you want to save your progress after you've killed all of the undead legionnaires, you can, and then just go up there and save your progress just by going up to that area. You'll get a checkpoint, and then every time you reset the checkpoint after that, or you die, then it will checkpoint you right on the Gorgons. If you choose to do that, you can kill a couple of the Gorgons, make another artificial checkpoint for yourself in that case. But just remember, you only get one creation for a checkpoint. So, but beyond that, now this is a different type of Gorgon than we fought before. These ones are a different color, and they are called the Gorgon Assassins. They're a stronger and faster version of the Gorgons. Now, you might say, well, how can the Gorgons get any faster? They're so fast as they are. Well, that's what the game's Wikia page said. It says it didn't have too much to say about this enemy. It just said that they're stronger and faster. And I'm just going to take that at face value. I mean, I think you can tell that they have more HP because when you slam them down from in the air, I think it takes a couple more times than normal to do that, and a couple more Orion's harpoons too to kill them in that way. And they also have, whereas the previous Gorgons had a series of quick time events that was just 2, these guys have 3. So you'll do 2 half rotations and then a full revolution of the analog stick for a total of 3. So that's a cleared room over there, and if you want to head over there to the right, you can, but we are going to be going over there by and by when we come back. So we don't really need to go up there. So we haven't created the save point yet, and it's not creating a save point in the way that you might be familiar to doing it in other games, where you would save your progress. It's just going up to a particular area, and the game auto-saves. So it auto-saves right about up there. So what I like to do is I just like to clear all of the undead legionnaires and all of the Gorgon assassins before I come up here, and then just take my checkpoint right here. But if you want to, you can work it however you want to. It doesn't happen very often in this game that it works out like that, but it does there. So I'm just trying to let you guys know that you can do that if you like. Looks like we had an accidental Cyclone of Chaos right there, and that's a little bit unfortunate, but I've found that I'm also curious. I'd like to know if Athena's Wrath exists in this game at level 5, because we're up to level 4 with these blades and we haven't got Athena's Wrath. So I think Athena's Wrath happened in the second game. So I'm sorry I don't know it off the top of my head, but I am going to lament it if it's a level 5 move, because it's a horrible move. It's really bad. But when you get up here, you're going to definitely want to spam the, and I hate to say spam, but just use the Zeus's Fury on the archers across the way. I think it's the only way that you could take care of them realistically. I mean, you could probably jump over to them on those narrow little beams, but it would be a hassle. And there's plenty of magic over here to offset any that you use. And we are coming up on the second of, I think it's the final rope section where you're on a rope and you're doing rope combat. This one over here, for some reason, gave me a hell of a hard time to do. And I really don't know why exactly, because it's the same situation, same tactics, it's the same conceit. I really don't know. I think it has to do with the somewhat necessity of having to have these enemies do a particular action of jumping on you, and then you waggle this stick back and forth to get them off of you, and you take no damage. Because when that happens, it's a desirable event, and you're going to see it happen a lot. And when they don't do that move where they jump on you, they just hit you with the sword, and the sword takes damage, and I have to do a reset. But again, the hardest problem about this is getting pincered. So what I do is take out the first guy, double back, take out the first guy to the right, and then double back, take out the first guy that was on there, and then come on over here. You're going to see some spawn mist at the bottom right of the screen. Look for it. See that? That indicates that an enemy has been spawning. He spawns from the foreground and he jumps to the rope. Okay? And if you can spot that immediately and double back, you won't have an enemy pincer you. I'm not sure why, but if you are very quick on that occasion, you don't get pincered like this. Now watch what happens over here. See, he jumps on me, and then the guy that I was fighting pacifies, and I have the upper hand on him, provided I start mashing square the second I get out of that grab. So that's actually what you want to have happen, and unfortunately you can't control it, because that guy that jumped on me and tried to grab me, tried to rape good old Kratos, he could have just as easily took a swing at me with his sword rather than jump on me, and I would have had to do a reset. Okay? So now, you see, the good thing is that if there's an enemy right next to you and you're getting grabbed by another one, you have the upper hand, because you can start hammering that square button and completely render them useless by kicking them like that. So what I'm doing is I'm going very carefully over here, very carefully. I just want to get up to the edge and go no further, the edge of the tripwire point, that is. Go very slowly, always head back. There's going to be an enemy pincering you. Alright. Let's see. It's hard to tell where, okay. Okay. Now I need to tell you what happened there, because I think what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to not... No, okay. The whole instance of an enemy not spawning. Remember when there was that purple spawn mist that you saw? Now that's the only instance on this section where you can eliminate one of the spawns by doubling back. I thought it was over here too, but no, it's only in that one place. So since that doesn't happen there, you've got to go to the very edge and go back and kick him. But that is so hard to do no damage. It's incredibly hard to do. But at least we've done it. Now over here we've got a timed event, in as much as if you dawdle over here, you're going to get crushed by the spikes, crushed and impaled by the spikes. Now these undead legionnaires, the gray ones, can be grabbed, and what I would do, if you want to use magic, go for it. I do use magic one time right over here. I've got the Poseidon's Rage up to level 2. The key to doing this quickly is to just grab the gray guys and use the square throw to do that 360-degree spin throw, and that will pretty much kill everybody in the radius of that attack. Now the gold guys who have more HP, they might walk away from it, but they'll be at the cusp of death most likely. And if you do this on a no upgrade run, I've done it before, and I can tell you that just grabbing those gray guys is sufficient. You don't even need to use magic. Okay, and he should be the last one. There we go. Okay, and we had plenty of time. Now that section's complete. We've got one of the shields that we need to open the door to move on to the next area. So when you come on up here, you're resting on a checkpoint, and we're going to be going down the hall that I mentioned that you could go down it, but we're going to be coming to it by and by. Do you remember that? And we're going to be running into, I think, 3 more Gorgon assassins. They're over here to the left. They started slashing the moment I saw them. There they are. See all these Orion's harpoons? Takes quite a lot of those to get them down. And what I don't like is when I watch it is I don't like people just spamming triangle times 3. So I'm gonna try not to do that at all costs, because I don't like to watch that. So I don't want to do it and have people watch me do that. I'd rather do this. Look at that shit. That's so damn cool. Yeah, pretty damn cool, just like I am. Just kidding. We're almost done with this section, and there is a fight with the fallen legionnaires coming up, and I really wish there was a bestiary for this game, because I would definitely be appreciative of that. Otherwise I have to keep looking on different websites, and I would rather just have one place to look, an official place to look, where you don't have to fact check everything, because if it's in here, you know it's true. But when you get in here, there's going to be a couple of the undead archers, so just mind their explosive arrows. Try not to get stuck with them, and then once they're taken care of, we should be able to do the puzzle without any problems. Okay, just grab and execute, and then take this cart of rocks and pull it up to the base of the steps over here, and then it's a very simple procedure of just kicking the rocks onto this button in the floor, and then just doing a roll backwards. So just kick it, roll back, and it works out perfectly that way. Then when you get in this side, you're going to have a checkpoint for yourself, and then there's going to be a whole onslaught of these fallen legionnaires. These fallen legionnaires, I can't say that they're easy, because they have some attacks that come out really quick, and that's not something that's very unique, because all of the enemies in this game, well, I don't know about all, but there's a good deal of the enemies in this game have attacks that have very little telegraphing to them. So it's almost like you have to just prepare and just presume that they're going to do the attack well in advance, because without much of a telegraph, then you've got to do some extremely skillful executing of your actions on it. I mean, they are fast, very fast. And I hope I have a chance to clear what I said up now, because do you remember when I said that the legionnaires, they get to their feet from when they're prostrate, they've been knocked over by you, and they're getting to their feet? And if I'm repeating myself, so be it. I don't care. When they're getting to their feet, it's not them getting to their feet that's an attack. I wanted to make that clear, and I did misspeak. That was wrong. They get to their feet, and then like a split second later, then they do their attack. I thought it was them getting to their feet. That was their attack, like attacking as they're getting to their feet. But no, they actually do have to get fully to their feet, and then they do their attack. Be very careful too. That's the main time you'll probably get damage on this enemy, is when they're just recovering from an attack, and then they do a really fast attack with very little telegraphing to it. I'm always very wary of that enemy, especially when he's been knocked over. Okay, we've cleared that room. Let's get the rest of the stuff over here. There's a red orb chest, and That's about it for this chapter. We're going to get the other shield. You don't need to do the downward dash like that. I was just doing it because I like to do it. And I think there's one other box over here, and then again, these are all optional. If you want to go down right now and open the door, you can, but might as well get some warps for yourself, and if you have a mind to, right? And that will do it for part 19. The next part is going to be the path to Atlas. This has been the challenge of Atlas, so we still have to go down the path, and that's going to be pretty much, like I said, a done deal. Once we open this door, all we have to do next is just march our way over to the save point and save our progress. Take care.